Okay, let's unpack this. Today, we're diving deep into some fascinating material from Mastering English Conversation, a comprehensive practice guide. And this isn't just about, learning English words. It's really a brilliant look at how you master any skill through practice that's structured, engaging, and, really effective.
Exactly. What's so insightful here, I think, is how this guide breaks down something pretty complex, speaking English fluently, into these very clear, actionable steps. So our mission today is to explore these methods, pull out the core strategies, and really get under the hood of how they train your brain for more confident communication.
Absolutely. And the source gives us this 4-part exercise structure. First listening, then vocabulary building, then these listen and answer drills, and finally shadowing. We're going to walk you through each one, showing how they kind of build on each other to create this really effective learning loop. So the guide kicks things off by throwing you right into a conversation, 2 native English speakers chatting. But it's not just random talk, right? It seems designed as a powerful way to get a feel for real-life interaction. We meet Sally from Brazil and Mike from Germany, both starting an English course. What's the thinking behind starting with this kind of immediate immersion?
Well, it really highlights a core principle of mastering almost anything. You put yourself in the real-world context right from the start, day one. Instead of, say, starting with dry rules, you're immediately hearing how the language actually works in a natural setting. It's like learning music by jamming, not just reading the notes. And they share these relatable goals, too. Sally wants to speak better, Mike wants to travel, maybe get a better job. That gives purpose to the learning, makes it relevant for you, the listener.
And it's clever how their everyday lives become part of the lesson itself. They talk about where they live. Sally's near the school, small house, garden. Mike's in a student dorm with a roommate. They even discuss their teacher, Miss Emily from the USA. They both seem to like her nice, speak slowly, helpful, friendly, funny classes. Well, these aren't just filler details, are they?
No, not at all. These seemingly simple details, they ground the language in really practical, everyday situations. So when you listen to Mike's routine, Jim in the morning watches English videos at night, or Sally waking up at 7, having breakfast, studying, you're not just hearing isolated words, you're hearing them used naturally in a common context. And that's how the brain really absorbs language best, through these relatable, almost lived experiences. It's much more engaging than just memorizing lists.
Yeah, that makes sense. And here's a fun bit. They both admit they don't like grammar books.
Yeah.
But they do enjoy talking and listening. They even say, same here, and decide right then to practice speaking together every day.
And that immediate connection, that shared goal, it really underscores the social side of learning a language, doesn't it? It's not just academic.
Definitely. Okay, so you've immersed yourself in this real conversation. What's the next step in the guide's approach?
Well, logically, after hearing the language used, the guide moves to helping you extract the key building blocks, the vocabulary.
Right, vocabulary building. But it's not just a word list, is it?
No, that's the key. It explains the words first and then uses them in different example sentences. And what's really insightful is the choice of words. Arrive, dorm, gym, same here.
So words taken directly from the Sally and Mike conversation we just heard.
Exactly. That makes them immediately relevant. The vocabulary isn't abstract. It's already got context from the dialogue. Then repeating those words in different sentences helps lock in the meaning and usage. You start moving from just recognizing the word to actually understanding how you could use it.
I see. So you see arrive used in different ways, or dorm, clearly linked to where a student might live. And same here is pointed out as a common phrase for agreement, just like Sally and Mike used it. It's about practical use straight away.
Precisely.
Okay, so we've listened, we've built some targeted vocabulary. Then the guide brings in something quite interactive. These listen and answer questions.
Yeah.
This is where it seems to get really active, like asking, is Sally from Russia? And you're meant to answer, no, she's from Brazil. Or, did Mike arrive 5 days ago? No, he arrived yesterday. From a learning perspective, what makes these drills so effective for really nailing down comprehension?
This part is crucial because it shifts you from passive listening to active engagement. It forces your brain to work. See, it's not enough to just kind of vaguely absorb the information. You need to be able to retrieve it. So prompting you to recall specific details. And importantly, say the answers out loud before you hear the correct one. That creates this really powerful feedback loop. It actively reinforces what you understood. It strengthens the neural connections for those words and facts, and it builds a lot of confidence for responding in real time.
Right. It's like testing yourself constantly.
Exactly. It's the difference between just recognizing something and truly knowing it, owning it.
And it gets quite specific, like asking where Ms. Emily is from the USA or what time Sally wakes up 7 a.m. It really checks if you absorb those details from the first part.
Yes, it ensures the information has actually sunk in.
All right, the final piece of this puzzle, the fourth part, is called shadowing. Now, this sounds like a powerful technique aimed at bridging that gap between understanding and actually speaking naturally. You hear a line, you repeat it out loud, trying to match the speaker's rhythm and intonation. Then you do the other speaker's line, effectively acting out both sides.
Why is shadowing considered so effective? Shadowing is. It's more than just simple repetition. Think of it as training the muscle memory for speaking. For your mouth, your tongue, your brain, all working together.
Muscle memory for speech. Interesting.
Yeah. By mimicking how native speakers pronounce words, their rhythm, their intonation, the sort of musicality of the language, you're internalizing how English sounds and feels to speak. This practice helps smooth out your own pronunciation, makes you sound more natural, helps you overcome hesitation. It makes your spoken English just sound more fluid, more confident. It's probably the closest thing you can get to having a native speaker constantly correcting and guiding your actual spoken output in real time.
And the guide really emphasizes consistency here, doesn't it? Watch the video many times, answer the questions out loud, repeat the practice often.
Yes, that repetition is key.
It makes you think.
Yeah.
This active repeating process, this iteration. That's kind of the secret sauce for getting better quickly, isn't it? It sounds a lot like deliberate practice.
It is, very much so.
So, stepping back, what does this deep dive into the Mastering English Conversation Guide really show us? Beyond just English learning, I mean. It seems to lay out a clear, almost scientific path to mastering a skill. You start with real contextual immersion. You carefully build the core blocks. You reinforce your understanding with active recall, immediate checking. And then you polish your actual performance through mimicry and building that muscle memory.
I think a really profound takeaway here is that relentless focus on repetition. But importantly, it's not mindless repetition. It's what you call iterative engagement. It really teaches us that mastering something complex isn't usually about learning it once. It's about engaging with the material again and again, actively, in different ways, until it just becomes second nature, automatic.
Right.
And that principle, it applies way beyond language. Think about coding, playing an instrument, getting good at any complex job skill. It's fundamental.
Absolutely. The guide basically promises the more you actively repeat and engage like this, the better you'll speak. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? Beyond English, what other skills or knowledge areas in your own life could you maybe unlock or truly master by applying this kind of structured, iterative, and really interactive learning approach?